They should. I don't know if you know that, you know? Do you know the power you have if you would vote? It wouldn't even be. So you got to get out and vote. Just this time, I don't care. In 4 years, you don't have to vote, okay? But Christians cannot afford to sit on the sidelines. If Joe Biden gets back in, Christianity will not be safe in a nation with no borders, no laws, no freedom, no future. You're not going to be safe. You're not going to be safe as a person, and your religion certainly will be, I think, in tatters. Who likes the Ten Commandments, by the way, going up in the schools? They think it's such a bad thing. I said, has anyone read the thou shalt not steal, thou shalt... I mean, has anybody read this incredible stuff? It's just incredible. They don't want it to go up. And we did something that was amazing. The big problem was it was caught up in the federal government, but the people will decide, and that's the way it should be. The people are now deciding, and some states are a little bit more conservative, and some states are much more liberal. So every voter has to go with your heart and do.
What up, y'all? Welcome to Mainstream Dose. I just wanted to comment on this video real quick because it's something that I've always wanted since I was in high school, I believe. I always thought that the Bible should be put back in schools. If you think about it, back then when the Bible was instituted in schools, people were a lot happier. The world was a better place. Society, America specifically, was a better and a happier place. That's just facts, okay? That's just facts. Now, I will be honest, and I will say I understand why in a country like America and how that foundation of America was placed, you know, as far as like freedom of religion and all that goes, it would kind of be an issue because now it's like, well, what if I'm a Muslim, or what if I'm even a Satanist, okay? Why can't my beliefs be taught in schools? Now you have that, you know, that kind of discussion. And I see the headbutt, but this is why America shouldn't have slipped up. And if I'm going to be honest, let a lot of these other religions come into America. A lot of these other foreigners with different belief systems come into America. And that's not an insult. That's not me trying to be rude to other I'm a foreigner myself. But if you're going to let a group of people in, it should at least be people that have similar beliefs in the God that you serve. Because the reason why I say that is because, look, most Muslim countries aren't going to allow an influx of Christians to come in and set up, you know, Christian temples and, you know, or churches or any of that. They're not going to allow it because they're under one religion, one belief system. And that's that. You're not going to come and intrude and think you could come and try to put a Christian, you know, a Bible into our school system. This is a Muslim country. This is what we're doing. And that's fine. They can do that. But what I'm saying is that's how America should have kept it. America should have kept it that way. But at the same time, America set up, or how America was set up, they put, well, you know, you have the freedom of religion. So now that you have the freedom of religion, why can't I teach my religion, whether I'm a Muslim, whether I'm a Buddhist, whether I'm whatever I am? Why can't I have my religion instituted in your public school system, just like you have Christianity instituted in the public school system, right? And then that does bring up a great point. But like I said, it just goes back to, well, if most Americans were Christian, genuinely Christian, not this nonsense Christianity you see today, people claiming they're Christians, but it's okay for you to be gay, and oh, it's okay for you to do whatever you want, you know, free will, but you're Christian. Anyways, that's besides the point. But if we were united as a nation, as Christians, then we could implement this because, well, most of us are Christians, and we're going to put this into the law. We're going to put the Bible back into the school systems. So it doesn't matter if there's a, you know, small group of Muslims or a small group of whatever else. It doesn't matter. If you don't like it, go to a country where it's predominantly Muslim. Go to a country where it's predominantly satanic or whatever the case may be, you know. But I say all that to say this. Yes, I do agree with the Ten Commandments. It should be put back into the schools. It should. Whether you're Muslim or whatever you are, what is wrong with the Ten Commandments? Like Trump said, I mean, it's saying thou shalt not steal. Is that so bad? Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. Is that, you got all these girls, these young girls getting pregnant at a young age, not knowing, how to raise a kid, not having the financial stability to raise a kid. Father's not in the home. Even if he is, like, you got it's the mess that America is in right now is because of the lack of God, the lack of the Word of God. If Americans were keeping the Ten Commandments, you think we would be in this kind of state that we're in, where everybody's running around like a chicken with his head cut off? Like, it just seems like everybody's out of place, out of order, doesn't know what to do, and everybody's mad at each other, and everybody, has a point of view for this and has a point of view for that, and all this mess. It's just insanity, okay? And like I said, I'm like, whether you believe in the Bible or not, what's wrong with the Ten Commandments? I think we could all agree that people shouldn't go out murdering people. I think we could all agree people shouldn't be stealing. Heck, it even goes into coveting. You see somebody else have something that, you like. Just that alone, you know how many people have committed murders off coveting just because they got jealous of, their brother or their sister having something? Or they lied on a brother and sister because they have something that the other person wants. But if you're taught at a young age, don't be like this. Don't covet what your brother has or your sister has. Don't steal. Don't kill. And worship the only God that told you to follow these good commandments. Don't put any God before him. Don't set up idols. And this is another thing. When it comes to idols, this isn't just like idols in the sense of another God. Sometimes people misconstrued what the Bible's saying when it says don't, set up idols. Sometimes people just think it's, don't, have another God before me. No, it's not just talking about that. It's talking about your celebrities. You can make anything an idol, anything that you uphold and like look at as, yeah, that's it. Like your Cardi B's. Oh, I want to be like Cardi B and twerk everywhere. I want to. Oh no, this is what Beyonce said. Oh, like if you want, what's that saying? I can't remember what Beyonce said, but it's some nonsense that a lot of other women say, and it's like, if you think about what you're repeating, it's not good. What you're repeating from the Cardi B's, from the Beyoncé's, from the Taylor Swifts, most of the time you're not repeating anything that's logically sound, that makes sense, or that's a good thing. But you're doing it because you're holding these people up as an idol, okay? But if you're taught from a young age in your school systems not to be doing these kind of things, we would be off in a better society right now. I genuinely believe that because it's been proven for the past generations, okay? But anyways, I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in on that. You guys let me know what you think. Should the Ten Commandments be put back into the school system? No, leave it out. Because you could have the argument of separation from separation. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my throat. Excuse me, guys. Separation of church and state, and that's where I think America always ends up falling. It shouldn't be a separation between church and state, at least not the Christian church, okay? But that's just my opinion. That's just my belief. And I always say in my other videos, look, I'm not coming across as I'm a holy, church-going Christian and, I got it all together. No, I don't. I'm just now trying to get my life together with God because we're in the end days. I genuinely believe that the world's coming to an end. And it's like, if you're not with God in these last days for what's coming, Just look around us. Everybody's confused, whether you're a believer or not. Everybody's confused. Everybody could feel. You could just feel it in the air. Let alone looking at the news, reading articles about what's going on in this country, what's going on with our government, what's going on with all these crazy things. We can all feel that something's coming, whether you want to admit it or not. Something is coming, and I personally believe it's the end of the world. I personally believe it's my Savior, Christ, coming back. But it's like, if you're not on the right path with him, hey, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for myself if I don't get right with him. Okay? Which is why I'm saying I'm trying to get right with him personally. Because what's about to come is going to be hectic. And heck, we're kind of dealing with a lot of it already as it is. But there's still more to come. Okay? I'm not trying to scare anybody. All I'm saying is you should get right with Christ. Especially if you are a believer, but you're just, you're not following him how you're supposed to. Hey, man, get on it. And I'm not saying that from a standpoint of, like, I'm doing it 100%. No, like I said, I'm just starting to do that. Okay? I'm just now trying to get right with him. But anyways, like I said, man, you guys let me know what you think. Comment in the comment section. Hit your boy with a like or a dislike. If you're on Rumble, hit me with the follow. If you're on YouTube, hit me with the subscribe. And I'm out.